Hey ladies and gents, it's your girl Ashley Williams and we're finally back this week. Last week I took the week off because I needed it, but we are back this week and we are going to be making that purse that I was supposed to be handmade. But you know, there was a few bumps in the roads. I finally did receive my D-rings. Let me show y'all. So I got my D-rings. They are, per usual, a little bit smaller than I expected. Usually, or like big stuff becoming bigger or smaller. These are smaller. They're like, I think 3/4 of an inch. So the D-ring things that I made are a wee bit too big, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna get it popping. Let me show you guys a little setup I have. I literally laid out all my materials because I was like, we need to get this show rolling. Like, we need to get this done because today is Sunday. Don't talk about me. And then tomorrow's Monday, which is my birthday. I did take the day off of work, but I'm not planning to be working on this tomorrow. So let me show y'all the setup that I have so y'all can see how everything's laid out and how I plan to just like hit the ground running, right? So first things first, boom, we got all the pattern pieces out, right? All of our pattern pieces laid out, ready to go. I applied interfacing to, to the D-ring holders and to one part of the strap. So I could show y'all, like, so I applied interfacing to this part, like one side of the strap only, like the little short straps that go on the bag. And the reason I only applied it to one side is because I want to be able to like curve the strap still. And I don't know like how well that's going to go with this interfacing. Like, granted, the interfacing is different than the one that I used on the body of the bag. I will put it in the description which one I used, but I just don't know how it's going to work, like turning it inside out. So I was like, let me just put it on one side, see what happens. I was going to just like forego it altogether, but I'm like, that doesn't seem smart either. So we're going to see how it works out. If it doesn't work out, I will just have to cut new straps and then interface them with the other type of interfacing that I have and see if it works. Wait, I don't have another type of interfacing. Never mind, hold that pause. Forget what I said. I'll just do some non-interface straps or something. I don't know. But that's what we have so far. So I also, I don't think I showed y'all that. I wrote me out some instructions. There are very few instructions. It's very easy in my opinion. And then on the bottom of the bag, I did draw a line. So this is my 1/2 inch seam allowance, like this blue line. And then a 1/2 inch from that, I did a white line. So basically 1 inch from the seam, I drew lines all around the bag so that I could get 4 points that intersect. So I know where I could put my purse feet and everything will line up nice, pretty, kosher, look good, look professional, right? Right. So I have my instructions. I could put these in the in the description box for y'all, because I realized, like I told y'all, like, oh, like maybe you want to make this with me. Didn't give y'all nada look at things that you would need to do this. I didn't tell you the material list, didn't give you no instructions, none of that. I was like, oh yeah, just like infer it from the video basically. That was wrong of me, I realized. So I could put that in the description for y'all, but for right now, what we are going to do, since we already have everything prepped and ready to go, I'm going to start sewing my straps together. And so by sewing my straps together is I'm just gonna make little tubes, turn those right sides out so that when it comes to attaching them to the bag, I'm ready to go. All right, let's get it. So I've already pre-threaded my machine with the red sewing thread that I intend to use. So we just literally have to put pieces together. So like, see, straps one side interfaced, one side not. So we could see how it's gonna turn and make sure it's fine. I will not repeat what the measurements are for these because I'm going to put them down in the description. But let me show you like how I'm gonna sew them together. So you see my strap, nice laid out. Hold on, can y'all even see? Okay, strap nice laid out. And then I'm gonna take this one, the non-interface one, put it on right sides. And then when I get to the machine, I'm gonna sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance on each side so I could turn it inside out and have me a 1 inch strap, because let me see how big I made this. Yeah, it's 2 inches wide. And so I gave myself a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So that's what I'm about to do for both straps. And then for the D-rings, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do a 1/2 inch seam allowance. I'm curious of how it's gonna work with this interfacing, but we will see what happens. But I need to make it smaller so that this can fit through. Like, I need the D-ring to be able to fit through that and not look crazy. Okay, per usual, mistakes were made. So them little straps, y'all, let me get it. Cause, okay, hold on, Aaliyah. Hold on, girl. I'm listening, watching Aaliyah's face vlog right now. I just got done watching Madison Denise. If you want to know like what I be watching while I sew, it's usually somebody's vlog. Look, us YouTubers gotta get paid, okay? So these ones, girl, this interfacing basically made it impossible to turn. I thought about it like for 2.5 seconds, and then I was like, you know, I know it's gonna be fine. These straps right here, these ones, I'm real scared. I think I might have to do my favorite thing and seam rip, because I don't know if they're gonna turn. Granted, only one side is sorry, that plane outside my window distracted me. Granted, only one side is interfaced. I really don't know how it's gonna go. So what I did instead for these little D-ring ones, which is like, okay, perfect, like it's gonna fit, right? It's gonna fit. So what I did is I just did a double fold, and I'm about to stitch it together. So like you see it the fold right there. I just did 2 little folds, stitched them. My friend Brittany had told me to do this when you do skinny straps. Did I think to do this when I was doing the D-rings? No, I did not. So that's what we're about to do right now. And honestly, you guys, I'm gonna cry because it's looking like I might have to sew tomorrow, or y'all not gonna get the video on time. And like tomorrow, I really just wanted to go to Pilates. I finally got into a reformer Pilates class instead of like the hot mat Pilates. And then I wanted to go to the Lego store to buy 2 Lego sets that I want for my birthday. And I need to wash my hair. Like, the older you get, why you just be doing adult shit on your birthday? Quite honestly, I don't know. But, you know, it's because it's life. Like, that's what you have to do. Let me stop yip-yapping. Sew these down. See if I can flip these straps. If I can't flip these straps, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with these ones. I think. Because I need to apply some interfacing to these somehow. But we're going to figure it out. Don't stress, don't stress. We're going to figure it out. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys the finished product real quick. This is what it looks like. It's so cute. It has a little cherry. And then we're going to confirm real quick with my assumptions where is that this going to fit, and it do. And it do. It fit, it fit. And so that's what we're going to put on the bag to attach the strap to. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to just do one like on the outer edges of the bag, like on the outsides, or like anywhere else. But like the fact that this fits, we good. And then we could like fold it up, hold up, because it's gonna be bulky. Like, I think my sewing machine could do this, but sometimes it'll be tripping. But like fold it like that, and then sew that onto the bag so it's like on there. And I don't think I need interfacing for these ones, so that's a good sign. But okay, let me do the other one, figure out the long straps, and I'll be back. Okay, after 5 million years, I didn't know if I was recording or not, I have finished seam ripping. So I only seam ripped one side of this. Oops. I'm gonna open it up. I'm gonna press this seam flat, and then I'm gonna fold it back over like this, tuck these little edges in, sew it down. Because I was like, why would I seam rip the whole thing apart and then do the double fold thing? Hopefully this works. If you're shaking your head at me at home, I mean, I'm gonna find out eventually. But yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I just want to pop back in with y'all. I'm very irritated that I had the seam rip like that, because on one of them I had to do that straight stitch where it's like a triple straight stitch, so it was like really hard to take out. And I didn't think, like, take out the side that you had did the single stitch on, like this real straight stitch, until like it was too late. So right now I'm about to iron, experiment, see what happens, and then if I come back crying, you know why. Okay, toodles for now, because I'm like, realistically, I could just fold it like that and not even have to press it open. It's just getting the other ends. But you know what? Let me just play it. I'll tell you what I did. I'll be back. Okay, guys. Oh, that's a little bit too far down. I finally finished these damn straps. Just trust me when I say just do a double fold, okay? Like, these are the straps. I tried to make sure they're both pretty similar in size so that like they look cohesive on the bag, but I'm loving like the firmness of them. They are very firm. So I just did a double fold, straight stitch down the strap. They look good. Now it's time to attach said straps to the bag, or at least the front face of the bag. So I have my purse face right here, and we're gonna attach the straps. Remember, I did do the lining fabric on the other side of these. So it's lining fabric, outer fabric. So what I'm gonna do is I need to mark out where I want these straps to go. So I will take y'all on that journey with me, because I didn't really think about that yet. Also, another thing that I didn't think about that I need to do right now is this top edge is just gonna be like, is it gonna be flapping in the wind? I'm really thinking, guys, because I haven't made a tote bag in so long. It's not. I just do need to make sure I don't sew all the way up to the seam allowance, so that way when I attach the zipper flap, I have somewhere to sew the zipper flap onto this so that it can, like, you know, lay flat. But I am going to attach the straps, then I'm gonna do the outer pocket on top of the straps, and then after that point we could attach these outer facings to the bottom of the purse. But I think I need to make the hole for the purse feet before that. Also, I wrote instructions and I did all of this in order, so uno momento. I actually think I forgot that step. So that's what I'll do. So I'll just like sew the straps on and then do that. Anyway, let me stop talking and like get to action. So I have the bag. What's up, baby? Oh, your chain's stuck on your arm. So I want to do them like this. Like if I do it like this, I think that would be cute. So I need to make sure that like this ugly part down here, I don't think y'all can see that, but like there's a little ugly part down there. I need to make sure that ugly part is in the seam allowance so that when I sew it down, it's like hidden. When I sew it to like the other part of the bag, is hidden. You get what I'm saying. You catch my drift. But these straps, if I say so myself, we're gonna be professional. I'm gonna mark out some little seam guides or like some guidelines for these so I can have it same on both. So this is my 1/2 inch seam allowance right here. I'm gonna mark a 1/2 inch from that, and that's where I'll put the straps so that it's lining up on both sides. So the way I've been doing it, my trusty dusty ruler. Sorry, you're so close to my face. And then my little fabric pin, because the fabric, or my fabric, it's not even a pin, it's a like a colored pencil. So 8.5, 7.5, and I'm gonna just mark that line out on this one as well, so that way I could pin the straps in the same place for both of them. If we were like, you know, super professionals, we would have like fabric glue and we would probably glue the straps on first, then sew them. But baby, we don't got that. So what I did was I lined up the strap with the mark that I made. So I'm just gonna line that up. Right. And then we need to stop sewing like right here. Past this point, we don't want to sew no more. So that when it gets to the point where I need to connect the zipper flap right here, I still have the seam allowance to do so. Now the only thing I'm scared of is I don't think, okay, this is what I can do. Because I'm like, I don't think my pins are going to go through this. Like the, what's it called? The interfacing that I have on this part of the bag. Because it's very thick. So I'm going to just pin these in place. I'm going to do the same thing on both bags. And then we're going to keep it moving right along. Oh, it's coming out beautifully already. I'm wondering if I should flip the strap because of this. Or let me just actually, yeah. I think that'll be fine too. And then line it up nice. Make sure it's straight on that line. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pin up here and pin down here. Let me pin up here first. And then we will straighten that up and pin down here. Because I did make these straps like a little long just to ensure that I could get it in the seam allowance like I wanted. So that, y'all think that look good? I think it looks good. This strap is a little crooked. Hold on. That looks better to me. I think I just sewed it crooked, so it's gonna look crooked. You know, say. Okay, quick check before I start sewing. I've just aligned the two pieces on top of one another. You can't even tell that they're on top of one another. That's how well they're lining up. So now I'm about to take it to the sewing machine and I'm gonna sew up this way and then sew. So I'm gonna go sew up, probably across, back down, up, across, back down on both straps and get them fully connected, and then we will see about that outer pocket. I think the outer pocket will be fine, but I'm a little skeptical because it's too short, but I'm not about to waste no more fabric, y'all. Like, so if it is what it is, like in the future, if you do this, just make your outer pocket wider and then yours won't look like mine, but at least you have a base to start with. shadows in here. But what I did, like I did earlier, I'm doing a double fold on the seam of the side pocket. So I'm just folding it in, and then I'm gonna iron it down, and then I'm gonna go back over this with a straight stitch. I didn't think about this when I was like making it. I don't know. I was trying to be, you know, but this is what I'm doing right now. Uh-oh. Trying to make sure it lines up well. Trying to preserve as much width as I can. Because the pocket is going to be small, but I think it's just going to be like, you know, a pocket for looks right now. Okay, so I have sewn a straight seam across the front of both of these outer pockets. I am going to attach the outer pockets because I'm like, listen, I done made the outer pockets, let me attach them. So how I'm going to attach them is I'm just going to sew right here and right here, because when I attach this seam to the bottom of the bag, it'll close it off itself. So that's what I'm going to do next, is I'm going to sew these side seams down on the bag, and then when we come back, we will be attaching the D-ring straps onto, let me grab them, the side panel, so we could be ready to like start zipping this bag up. And then it literally, oh my God, the last part, and the part that like I probably should have prepped for and did not, is shortening the zipper. I need to shorten the zipper still. That's going to be a little bit of work, like it takes a little bit to do. But yeah, that's the part that I have to do, or the last part that's going to take a while to do. All the other parts should be fine, cool, kosher, go quickly. But yeah, let's sew this side pocket down, front pocket, whatever we want to call it, down, and then move it on along. So this is what it's looking like. The panel, we got a pocket. Of course, it's still open because we haven't closed this seam up, but this is one side of the bag done. There's not going to be any like pockets inside. I think, you know, this little cute pocket outside. You guys, the purse ain't supposed to do a lot, okay? It's not supposed to do a lot. So I'm going to sew down the other one, and then I will be back with y'all to put the purse feet on and then attach the feet to the bag. And then we're what, 5 steps away from being done? Okay, you guys, this is a moment where like your girl, like I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna put these little straps in here just all ugly, leave it ugly, don't care, or like do a little fold situation. Let me get it folded and I'm gonna show y'all what I'm talking about. The only thing is, with my sewing machine, I know my sewing machine is not gonna have this. Like, it's gonna be like, girl, what do you want to do? Like, do a little double fold situation like you see that, and then try and sew that down on my sewing machine so it could be like this. I don't think that's gonna work. Other option, since I do have like purse making materials, I have this like little door knocker thing. I could put this on the bag and just screw it on, and then it has something to hook onto. And I know that'll be way easier than trying to attach this D-ring. But it's like, I went through so much trouble to make these. I feel like I need to use, and so much trouble to order these. I kind of feel like I have to do it. But also I don't. Like, I could change my mind. And right now I think I have decided I'm gonna change my mind and use some of these little door knocker things. Hold on, baby. To make my life easier. Yara, please. I said, hold on, okay? So, honestly, I think I'm about to just apply these little door knocker thingies. Because also another thing, I had to like go do that double fold thing and then do this seam. I wasn't thinking about the open seams on like the side of the bag and stuff. That's something y'all gotta think about. Maybe don't do this with me. Maybe don't listen to what I'm saying to do, because clearly I don't know what I'm doing. So I think, yeah, I'm about to just put the little door knocker thing on, call it a day, and then put the purse feet on. Because let me be honest with y'all, I'm getting tired. I'm getting lazy. I already was tired, and it's like I'm trying to finish filming this. My daughter has an afro right now. I don't let her wear an afro to school because she's crazy, and I'm not trying to have her go to school with that afro tomorrow. So I gotta figure out her hair before she goes to school. And what time is it? Oh my Lord. It is 5:20 freaking 2 on a Sunday. I played myself per usual, but Okay, let me figure out how I'm about to make this hole. Right now, I'm just finding the center. Like, I'm marking an inch down and then finding the center. So it's 4.5 inches wide. I'm gonna just make this 2.25 because that's exactly what half of that would be. And then I'm gonna do some little crosshairs. Make sure I get the point. And they should be right both in the center. Now I'm gonna try and make this hole. Now this is the part where I'm like, it's a lot of fabric. Yara, go eat. Let's see. Oh, did I get it? Oh, okay, girl. We got it. First try. So this is actually easier than I thought it was gonna be. Than trying to get on that dang sewing machine and try and get it to go through. I just need to get my all to get it to go all the way through. And then we're gonna do the same thing on this one. So I'm just lining up to the crosshairs. They make other types of machines like this too, but this is the one I'm using. Okay, so now that I have my awl, I'm gonna just take it and put it through that hole, punch it all the way through so you can see it on the other side going through. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other one to make me a hole. Now, if I did really good, these two will line up. Let's see. Hey, we did that. They lined up. So I have this screw through. Kind of hard to see against this fabric. And then you could just twist this on. Twist this other part on. Now, if you know a sewing machine, it would not have been easy to do the other one. So that's why we didn't do it. And then I'm going to just take my screwdriver, tighten it in. Sometimes I do glue these as well. Am I going to do that on this one? Probably not. Because I don't feel like screwing around with E6000 right now. There's one. I'm gonna apply the other one, and then next time you see me, we're gonna be attaching these. No, we need to do the same thing kinda, but for the bottom of the bag. For this bottom of the bag, I'm not too confident that this tool could go reach where I want. Oh, and it can, and it can, and it will. Amen. One. Oh, I forgot. I need to like twist it. Because y'all remember how earlier I showed y'all how I like put the little marks on here for where I need to cut out to put the purse feet. So now we're just making those marks. So I had to like do some trial and error off camera. I needed to take the purse feet out in order to sew the base of the purse to the body of the purse, or the facing is what I'm calling this. So we've sewn that on. So what I'm doing, let me like not try and show y'all with one hand. Let me put the camera down. What I'm doing is I have this, right? It's laying face down. I'm gonna take it right sides together. So this is the right side of the other piece. I'm gonna put it on here. So I'm pinning everything together, and then when I get done with this part, then I'll put the purse feet back on. But I just want to check in with y'all real quick. So like when I open this, it's gonna look, oh my god, my daughter is tripping on. It's gonna look like this. So we'll put the purse feet back on, but this is what we're looking like, and then it'll fold up into like a nice beautiful bag. But I will have to sew everything inside out first and then flip everything. So I'm a little scared on how the side panels will do and like everything, but we'll get there when we get there. Like so far so good. Things are going fairly smooth. There were a few hiccups, but it's looking cute. It's looking cute. And then, oh, that's the other thing I forgot. Since I attached the lining to the inner facing, there will be raw edges inside the bag. Meaning, I'm gonna have to do one of my least favorite things, which is bias bind the inside of the bag so that all the seams look nice and pretty. I know. Yep. So maybe this bag ain't easy, but oh, excuse me, that's what I have to do. Okay, friends, I am back. So I did something off camera just to test a few things, see what I needed to do, right? So let me show you. And fair warning, it's looking good. It's looking really, 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 really good. So this is the bag so far. So I took the purse feet off again. I put them back on, right? I took them off again because I'm like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't seeming like it was lining up that well, but I took the side panel and I put it on. One modification I did make to the side panel is, so on these corners, I cut that out on each of them so that it would go perfectly into this space that I have right here. Now, I'm gonna take this to my sewing machine very carefully and I'm gonna sew along right here on this, okay? And then we are one step closer to being done with this dang bag. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Because it's coming out so good. Oh, is it gonna fit? See, this is the part I was talking about. Oh, it's like... oh, no. Okay, hold up. There we go, there we go. We could figure things out. We're problem solvers. All right. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Honestly, you see this problem? This is the problem. Like, it can't fit. Oh my God. So I think I'm gonna just sew the sides, because the sides I could fit in the machine. It's the dang bottom that I can't. Okay, y'all, so I got the sides. Hold on, let me back it up. Mommy, so I got the sides on, right? Yara, stop, please. Go eat, honey. I got these sides on, but then this is still open. Like, this right here is still open. I'm trying to figure out, I cannot fit it in my machine. Like, for the life of me, I can't fit it in my machine. So I think I'll have to hand sew it. Now, when it comes to the bias binding, I'm like, that's not gonna work either because it can't fit in my machine because it's too hard. Like, the bag is too structured to fit with this tiny sewing machine. Oh my God, I need a new sewing machine. Let me get this other side off camera because I need to focus, y'all. This, I was telling y'all bag making is easy. I forgot it's not. I think the last time that I did this, the reason it was easy is because I was doing a bigger bag, so it was able to fit in my machine. Since this bag is small, it cannot fit in my machine. So I'm like at a crossroads of like, how am I gonna get this one seam done? All the other ones are done, thankfully, but this one I just can't get. And then for reference earlier, this is what I was talking about when it came to cutting the corners off of these side pieces. All right, y'all, so I don't know what I'm doing other than the fact that like I'm attempting fact. I could say factoring next. I don't know what I'm doing other than like attempting to hand sew this in a fashion to where it will not come apart. Now, I was thinking about it, and if I had constructed this a bit differently, like if I attached everything to the bottom panel first before I sewed up any of the sides, I feel like, you know, we could have got a little somewhere on the machine. But I was thinking it was all going to be good and gravy because I sewed a similar bag like this on my machine before. But what I failed to realize is that the bag was bigger. So I'm just, you know, doing a hand stitch. I probably should have looked some up, but I'm just trying to make it look like how it would kind of look on the sewing machine so that it'll be nice and strong. I'm not going to show y'all this because I don't know what I'm doing. So hopefully it comes out well. The bag looks good. I'm not going to, like, it looks really good so far. So hopefully once I flip it out after I finish doing this, it stays looking good. Okay, ladies and gents, I maybe did do some stuff without y'all, but let me explain. I was going through some things earlier and I just had to make some progress and recording be taking long. So bag is basically constructed. I did hand sew this seam. It came out okay. And I hand seamed this seam. I checked them. They're not, you know, anything, nothing's poking through. Now for the zipper flap, I don't want to take it off because I already have pinned it on, but I just took the zipper flaps that I had and pinned them right sides together on here. It is a little bit too big for the bag, but I think once I flip it, it'll be fine. Like I did trim like very minimal off of it, like very small amounts off of that. Still have not adjusted the zipper just yet. I was like, let me just get this thing sewn together first and then figure out the dang zipper, because I'm not finishing it tonight. It's not gonna happen. My daughter was being a child, but my husband, he is back. He is handling her now, so I have a little bit of time before I go get my butt in the bed. So before we go get in the bed, we are going to do a straight stitch across this top part. Let me like let y'all see it. I'm gonna do a straight stitch across this part of the zipper flap right here. Then we can turn the bag, check to see what it looks like so y'all could get a little idea. And then at another time, we will do the bias around here. And I was thinking about it. I could have like, you know how sewing machines, they have, let me move this. They have like this part you could take off. I could have fit this bag around here. I just, you know, just not talk about it. Clearly I'm tired, like, and I shouldn't sew when I'm tired, but that seems to be like when I always sew. So right now I'm about to just do this little straight stitch and then we can turn the bag, see what it looks like. But I'm like, if I turn the bag, I'm not about to put no bias tape on it. But I need to because this is like fraying. But let me just like, you know, I'm just thinking out loud in all of this senses. Let me get my life and sew this real quick and then show you guys what it looks like. Okay? Okay. In the words of Kelly Rowland, here we go. Here we go again. I'm freaking hand sewing again because I just couldn't get it to go on my machine, y'all. So we're going to hand sew again. Do my hand sewing methods need work? Yeah. But you know, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it do what it do, baby. Because I'm trying to be done and the sewing machine that I have just ain't working with me. I'm literally about to go on Facebook Marketplace and look for a Juki. Because honestly, I don't even know if having a Juki would help in this instance, but I'd rather find out. So we're gonna be doing some shopping for that to get me a cheaper one because the like off the shelf are expensive. But yeah, I'm about to hand sew this again, y'all. I'm probably only gonna do one side tonight because I'm tired and I need to go like take a shower and stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to give y'all the update that we're hand sewing again. Hey ladies and gents, it's Monday. So let me just show y'all where I'm at with things. I'm about to get ready to go to the gym, but I just want to like pop in and check in with y'all real quick. So we have everything attached. The side panels I did have to sew on by hand. You guys saw me doing a little bit of that last night. This zipper is so wonderfully crafted. I can't get the end caps off. So I got this long zipper on this tiny purse. So I think I might have to just like leave it like this for now because for some reason, well, not for some reason, like it's just very well made. So I can't get the end caps off. So like, let me zoom y'all in a little bit. The end caps are those two silver parts right there. And that's what like keeps the zipper from flying off when you zip it up. You kind of do need those. And I can't get them off to move them down to shorten the zipper. So I think what I'm gonna do right now is just turn the bag so we can see what it looks like and figure out the bias binding later and figure out this zipper later. And by later, I do mean later, like in another video, because I'm not about to do it in this one. I want to finish this one for you guys. So this is a separating zipper. I can unzip it and it comes apart. The bag, okay, outward facing, it's really cute. So let's flip it and like see what it really turns out to look like. I'm proud of myself, but I also am like, girl, you wasn't paying attention. Oh no. One of my seams ripped. That's not good. Dang it. I done put away all my needles. Hold on, because I'm going to have to fix that real quick. I think I'm going to just turn it, and then if I need to fix it, do it when it's already right side out. I'm so scared about turning this damn bag. How do people do this? What's that guy's name on TikTok? He be making the bags. I need to go. Okay. All right. Hold on. That's scary. Okay. Hold on. Ignore my sound effects, y'all. Sorry. I'm just, talking myself through it. Purr. Okay. All right. Okay. Did we? Oh, yep. See, there are a few little rips. We could deal with that. We could make that better. This bag was hard to make, low-key. Sorry, I lied to y'all, and I lied to myself. Most importantly, what is that off of? There's like some song that was like, most importantly. Oh, it's off a new workout plan. And I also should have made these a little bit smaller, but I wasn't trying to, and by these, I'm referring to the zipper flaps. I should have made them a little bit smaller, but your girl wasn't trying to, waste stuff. I wasn't trying to be wasteful. Okay, let me show y'all this, because it's doing a little something. My zipper flaps are just too big and my zipper's too long. I could always take all that off and have no zipper. But this is the bag. Do we see how cute it is? It's so cute. I have some stuff to fix on it and to like clean up these little flyaway strings and stuff. I could do that with like some tweezers. But let's put this strap on, and then I'm about to go to the gym. We could do like some more looky-loos when I get back. But like for now, girl, you functional. You about to be functional with your long zipper. Your long zipper and your hose. But oh my God. We did it, Joe. It's not like, okay, hold on. Okay, so this is what the bag looks like. This is what the body looked like. That's not important. But this is the bag. Do we see it? It's cute. I think it's cute. There are some flaws, like right here, I got a rip. Other than that, purse feet popping. I like the shape of the bag. It's small, it's dainty. It's a crossbody. It can be a crossbody, right? Let me put it on as a crossbody. Yep, it's a crossbody. What do we think? There needs to be like some ramifications to the pattern, but you get the gist. Okay, I will be back. We're gonna decide like what we really about to do. Hey chat. Okay, sorry, I was just listening to 30 by 30. 30 for 30 by SZA and Kendrick Lamar. But I just wanted to pop back in to close this video out. So let's scoot this bad boy up. So this little problem child right here, I'm gonna give y'all a little, I guess a little recap of my make of this. So first of all, be aware of the size of your sewing machine and how far, like what the height is. I don't remember what that's called. I think it's like the arm height or something like that, but you need to understand what the height is between your needle and then the top of the machine to see if you can fit said item into that space. Another thing is, when I was sewing this together, I originally sewed these facing panels, and then I did everything on the facing panels, and then I sewed the bottom onto the facing. And then after that, I attached the, the side panels of the bag to the bottom of the bag and to the side facings. What I should have done, instead of sewing around like this, I should have sewn across here and like basically made like, you know how like when you're making a 3D box and it's like laid out flat and open and you have that one centerpiece that's basically connected to all the other pieces. I should have done it that way so that in the end I didn't have to hand sew this on. I also should have attached the zipper flap to the facing panels of the bag sooner, because I did end up getting a separating zipper. And what a separating zipper means is, like, you know, at the bottom of your zipper on your jacket, how it comes apart. That's all a separating zipper means. So you can either get a non-separating zipper or a separating zipper. I purchased a separating zipper so that the zipper comes all the way apart. My brain, since I was tired, was not thinking of these things. Like, I could have, in reality, sewn the zipper flaps on to the zipper and then detached the zipper and then attached this panel onto the bag. We didn't think of these things. Another thing is, typically too, when you sew a bag, you sew the liner and then the outer shell of the bag separately. Since I purchased a interfacing that was heat bonding on both sides, I didn't think about that, and I just sewed my lining on to the other side of the interfacing. In reality, I didn't have to sew that onto there, I suppose. Like, not sew that onto there. I didn't have to heat the interfacing on the side that would be attaching to the lining. I could have just left that part exposed, and then when it got time to making the bag, I could have then sewn my lining in, or I could have did what I did and then made another lining and then sewed that whole lining together and then just placed it inside the bag and then sewn down the seam allowance around the top edges of the bag. That is something I could still do, because what we also saw in the video is when it came time for me to apply the, what's that called? What is that crap called? The trim, I'm gonna refer to it as trim right now, to the exposed parts of the bag. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about, since I messed up with my lining. So like when it came to applying that casing around this part right here, I realized that couldn't fit under my sewing machine. So it's like, if I don't do anything, that part is gonna remain exposed on my bag and it will fray like crazy, and then this bag will basically become unusable. That's not what we want. So in the meantime, between time, I need to figure out what I would like to do to close that up. I could always get more, what is this crap called? Let me get the official name, because I don't want to keep calling it the wrong thing. Oh, bias tape. Duh. I could get bias tape that is to the width that I need it to be, and I could just glue it around there. We could do that. I'm not really a fan of gluing products when I'm sewing stuff, but like in this instance, baby, it might have to be done. Because like if I do the alternative that I mentioned, which is making another lining and then setting it inside the bag and then sewing it in, I feel like that could be a lot of work that your girl don't want to do, and it might be a lot of finagling to figure out how to fit this part under my sewing machine, and God forbid I hand sew some more stuff. I'm not doing it. So yeah, I just wanted to go over those few things. One last thing I want to mention, on the last bag that I made like this, that was a tote bag, the straps, typically you fold them in half and you sew a little line on them. So you like fold it in half and you sew it down to get like that nice skinny handle effect. That is something else that I neglected to do on this bag. It doesn't necessarily have to be done, but I feel like it just, I don't know, it fits in with the norm. It fits in with how people typically do these things. So I didn't do that. So keep those things in mind if you do decide to make this bag. And I am planning to make the pattern available to you guys. Of course, I will make some amendments to make this a little bit taller. I'll also amend my instructions, make them a bit better. But with that said, this video already about to be late. I'm going to give it to y'all tomorrow, Tuesday. Today's Monday. Y'all going to get it Tuesday, right? With that in mind, just know that these instructions are not going to be immediately available, because your girl, it's my birthday today and I let rest take over. I went to the gym this morning. I did Pilates, did 25 minutes on the Stairmaster. Yeah, that's a lot. And then I just needed to rest after that. Like all I wanted to do after that was rest. So I'm resting today. So sorry. I will be editing later for you guys though, so that you guys can get this video tomorrow at noontime. Y'all, it's going to be in the past when you see this, but you'll get it. All right. You'll get it when you get it. And I hope you appreciate it. Because I do appreciate you guys watching. Okay. So with that said, I don't even think I got to my point, is the instructions will be available at a later date. Like give me a week. So give me till next Tuesday. If those instructions are not on this video by next Tuesday, please yell at me in the comments. Tell me, be like, Ashley, you said you was gonna do this. Okay, now, I think those are all the cons that I had on making this. If you have like a better sewing machine that you could fit this under, God bless you, I'm jealous of you. And yeah, that's it, that's all. Oh, no, I do have another tip. buy a zipper the size that you need it to be so you don't run into the problem that I do. Or the problem that I did where my zipper was too long and then the zipper was too well constructed to where I couldn't take off the zipper caps or the zipper ends, zipper stoppers, so that I could shorten my zipper. So my amendment for that is I need to order some zipper stoppers off of Amazon. Amazon does have those, and I could just cut the zipper, remove some teeth, and then put the stoppers in, and then my zipper will be closed off, and like burn the end of the end of the zipper with a lighter to make sure that it doesn't fray. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just talking a mile a minute. I had some caffeine today. I was asleep. I woke up. I was in the crab zone, but we're good. We're Gucci. Okay, I think those are all my little tidbits about this bag where I'm just like, oh, you didn't think this through all the way. Let me help my friends out. So I'm helping my friends out. If you want to do this too, let me know if you like the bag too. And if you make it, I wish like Instagram allowed you to post video, like pictures as responses, but they don't. I do always link my TikTok down below. So if you do try this, just go on my TikTok, drop a comment, show me what you did. Because I typically also on my TikTok post a little trailer of the videos I make up on YouTube so that, you know, the people over there can see what I'm doing over here. Yeah, I think that's it. In preparation for next week's video, I was trying to think about it because I do have a busy weekend, but big but, my trip for Barbados is coming up. I'm going to crop over in Barbados. Oh my God, I know. That's why the body got to be worked on. That's why I went to the gym today. But in preparation for that, I did want to make myself a bathing suit with a matching skirt. So in next week's video, we will be drafting the pattern for making said bathing suit and said skirt so that we could be out there custom and cute. And I've already shown you guys the fabric that I'm going to use, but let me show you guys one more time if you need a reminder. So I have this very pretty iridescent iridescent fabric that I purchased from Joann's when they were having their going out of business sale. And I intend to make me a one-piece bathing suit with some cutouts and then a little matching skirt. As far as the bottoms go, are they gonna be cheeky? You're just gonna have to watch and find out, babe. But honestly, any bottom on me be cheeky. It don't even matter if I wanted to be cheeky or not. It's gonna be cheeky. Like, I have no control. My butt just like swallows it up. But yeah, that is it. Next week we will be drafting that pattern for that bathing suit and the matching skirt combo. I'm so excited for that because I've never made a bathing suit before. So that's gonna be new. But you know, we're just trying things on this channel. We're trying to grow as a sewist. We're trying to grow as a person. We're just trying to grow. Because if you're not growing in life, what are you doing? Exactly nothing. Anywho, thank you so much for watching and thank you for y'all patience. I didn't even post my community note yet. Don't scream at me there. I'm sorry. I'm just a girl. But be sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on those post notifications because like I said, I do be dropping every Monday at noon, but sometimes your girl slip or slacking and I be tired. Today was one of them days. So please turn on that notification bell so you could just be in the know. Like, you could always know what I'm doing before I even tell you what I'm doing, right? Right. So I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.